Now, the United Kingdom Independence Party is seeking to use its European election success as a springboard to challenge the Conservatives in the Newark parliamentary by-election on Thursday. David Cameron has put himself in the front line of the Conservative campaign to keep the seat, making his fourth visit to the constituency this very morning. And the issues are still centring around Europe, as we'll be discussing in a moment with one of the most pro-European of Conservative ministers, Ken Clarke. But first, this report from Newark by our political editor, Gary Gibbon.
At times in the market square today, the political campaigners outnumbered the voters. Have you decided how you're voting, or did you just go for the balloon?
Just go for the balloon.
we thought maybe we needed a coalition.
Not for the first time, this historic Civil War town has been besieged by parliamentary forces. Tory MPs told by their chief whip to come here 3 times or else. Gaggle of MPs, could you just come and have a quick word? But what does the chief whip punish you with if you don't do 3? Has he been clear about that?
We're here for the cause because we believe in it, and that's why we're making sure we keep this seat Conservative.
Ukip.
Both of you?
Yes.
Why?
We just wanted to change, didn't we? We wanted to change.
See what they can do for us.
If I vote for anybody, it'll be Ukip. At the moment, I really am not happy.
Losing this seat could collapse Tory morale. The latest polls suggest UKIP's leapfrogged from 4th to 2nd place. David Cameron's sufficiently worried to squeeze his 4th campaign visit in today. He told workers at a distribution centre he could get change in Europe.
We need a Europe that respects nation states, a Europe that gets the message from last week's elections that the EU has become too big, too bossy, too interfering.
One of the central parts of David Cameron's strategy for winning back UKIP voters is convincing them that he can get his way in Europe. So it's perhaps not ideal that he comes here, just as other European leaders are saying he won't get his way over who will be the next European Commission president. Maybe not ideal either that he comes here on the very day Tony Blair is giving a speech, taking a bit of a swipe at David Cameron's renegotiation plans.
This is the moment that is right for Europe to think carefully about where it goes from here, how it reconnects with the concerns of its citizens.
Tony Blair said any negotiation should be for all Europe, not just for Britain. You sense in Newark that argument has few friends. You're a Conservative who wants to pull out, but will stick with the Tories?
I'll stick with the Tories, yes.
And throw eggs at UKIP?
That's it.
Because I want to be out of it rather than renegotiated.
Tories are quietly hoping that Labour's vote doesn't collapse here, boosting UKIP. Nigel Farage says Labour's failure to back an in-out referendum is a boon for his party.
Hi there, Edward. Nice to meet you. Hi there.
You quite fancied an in-out referendum commitment, didn't you?
I've always...
And Ed Miliband went the other way.
That isn't what happened at all. Ed Miliband and
Tell us what happened.
both of us are clear that we've got to be on the side of working people demanding reform and change.
I don't mind telling you.
So who did you
I
vote
voted
for?
Liberal Democrat.
That's a minority pursuit.
Very.
The Lib Dems are running a low-key campaign. Does it feel like an earthquake for the Lib Dems here?
No, certainly not an earthquake for the Lib Dems.
Or maybe the wrong type?
Possibly, yes.
This is a classic Lib Dem by-election approach, isn't it? Only UKIP, in the old days it would have said only the Liberals can beat the Tories here.
Well, there are some fundamental truths in politics across parties, aren't there?
Will it work?
I think it would be a cataclysmic shock to them if they were to lose Newark. Perhaps even more so since they did rather better than they were hoping last week.
The latest polls suggest UKIP won't topple the Tories here, but they're still a Tory vote-eating political monster with an appetite for some Labour votes too. And this by-election is another sign of how the centre of gravity in the Europe debate has shifted. Gary Gibbon, Channel 4 News, Newark.
Now, there are a total of 11 candidates standing in the Newark by-election on Thursday. This is the full list, and it's on our website too.